Alright guys, Vexter here. I've got rush attack on back to Karkand, and I wanted to discuss the defensive line. And the title of the video is the defensive line and you shall not pass. And the reason why I'm uploading this now, this is pre armored kill patch, and in my last video and I think it was the previous video, I was mentioning about removing the AC 130 from rush on armored kill mode. And the reason why I wanted to remove it, why I think it should still be removed, is that defensive line. And this is an example of rush defensive line. This is an example of the enemy team working together to keep that line intact, to make it as hard for my team to get in and get the objectives. And this is a good example of how different the vanilla maps and back to Karkand. I don't know what the hell he was doing there. That was totally easy. I never even noticed until I got there, and I got a few bullets out of it as well. And I did manage to get the arm off before I got taken out. But basically, look, I mean, the defensive line in the traditional maps, the vanilla maps as they're called, and in back to Karkand, which is now vanilla as well because that came out shortly after the game was released. It is totally different from armor kill. Totally different from armor kill. Now the patch they have made has made a significant difference, and I have won a few rounds on defense playing rush since the patch has been done. But I still believe it should be taken out altogether. It still has the game unbalanced. And now maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, guys. It's just the feeling I have when I play it. It's just not right. So let me know what you think yourselves. Whether you're happy with it or whether you're not happy with it. Now I'm running with the Scar H, as you can see here. I've got that lovely desert camo on it. And at the time I was trying to unlock that, is it I think it's called Berkut camouflage. It's the Russian one anyway. And now I wouldn't normally run with a Scar H on this map. I would really only run with the Scar H on the bigger maps, and they would be Gulf of Oman and Caspian border, where a slow rate of fire gives you that bit more accuracy because you've got longer distances. And I do that as a rule. I have a tendency to actually run with, on the smaller maps, a high rate of fire, and on the larger maps, a low rate of fire to give me more accuracy. And I've mentioned in other videos, is diversifying your weapon use ultimately gives you more accuracy and helps you in certain maps within this game. Instead of actually running with the one weapon all the time, I think it's important. Now this was a major fail. I actually heard this guy come up. If I had a higher rate weapon, I probably would have taken that guy out. But thank God somebody got him. Major fail there. Now you can see here, ticket wise, I mean, like, we're not that long into the actual match, which is approximately about 3.5 minutes. And already our tickets are dwindling down quite fast. And it's because these guys were good. These guys were defending. They're defending the ANCOMs in the way it should be defended. I mean, you see here, this guy in the tank is hanging back. He's not worried about getting up to get kills. He's actually worrying about staying back and defending that ANCOM. Okay? He's not bothering his arse to actually get up to get kills. He's not thinking about his KD. He's thinking about his team and about making sure that we don't get in. Now, ironically, it was the reason why I went into the tank is because I wanted to do exactly the same thing. I wanted to hang back and try and clear out the buildings and give them no cover. Now, there's a little glitch here you may notice, and you may have experienced this before, is you're shooting and the main gun actually ends up exploding in front of you. So it's hitting off something, or it's hitting off the actual ground. Now, I think it's only in that position that happens, but it's quite annoying. But I stayed in this tank for quite some time in order to try and get rid of this tank first and foremost, but actually clear out the enemy line that was in around the MCOM. Try and give them no cover, and try and let my team to get in and actually arm the MCOM. Now, literally within a minute and a half, our tickets are down again by another 10. And I'm actually saying to myself at this stage, like, Jesus Christ, like, these guys are doing really well in defence. I don't think we're actually going to get it. I think we're going to lose this. So, look, I mean, they ended up, they did really well. And I was thinking to myself, like, Jesus Christ, I'm surprised they haven't actually come up to try and take me out. Now, they do start to concentrate on me a little bit more. There's a few more rockets coming in. And there again, there's that little glitch where I'm actually firing the gun into the ground. No, this was a fail. I'm sure we've all have done that, where we've spawned out so quickly that we don't even know what equipment we have, and I felt so stupid having that bloody mine on instead of actually having the repair tool. And then, as you see there, I'm actually getting locked by the SOFLAM. Now, I'm realising that, okay, nobody is actually going to set, or nobody is about to send a javelin in, because even though the SOFLAM is locked on me, I'm not actually getting a missile fired at me. So I decided to try and clear out the guys that were in these buildings here, and I got a lucky, total lucky, random shot double kill, and now I'm going to concentrate on trying to get rid of that bloody MCOM. And that bloody LAV, they said when it just went in front of me, he did it again a little bit further on, right in front of the gun as I was actually firing in on the armed MCOM. I mean, you see there we've 18 tickets. I think we actually get this armed in around, I think it's 8, it's between 9 and 7 anyway. We get this armed, and partially because I was hanging back with the tank, able to give the team a little bit more time to actually get in to defend the arm, and we end up taking this MCOM, and it was bloody hard. Now, you see, before, I've mentioned this before, you don't see the defending team running up like lunatics because the ticket count is so low. They're hanging back. They're hanging back because these guys obviously know that if they end up running up, there's a very good possibility that we'll flank in behind them and we'll get the arm. And even with 2 guys or full squad in there, once you've got it armed, it's very hard to get rid of it. Now, you see me here, I'm concentrating my fire on the MCOM. I'm trying to clear out that defensive line to try and stop the guys, the defenders, from actually staying in around it and give my team a chance. And I get a few lucky shot kills. I mean, obviously I couldn't see if there was anyone in there. I literally just was firing in hope that I would actually kill a few guys. And there we get the arm. It's 8 tickets. Is it 8 tickets? I think it's 8 tickets. And just that one decision of me actually going in, getting in the tank, did help. Now, it could have been me, well, it was me that done it, but it could have been somebody else that did it. But I kept saying to myself, there's that LAV, I don't know what the hell he was doing for. He literally drove right in front as I was actually firing the main gun. Now, you see yourself there, 2 tickets, you're taking out 1 ticket left, and the MCOM is gone. And it was a hard fought second MCOM. These guys know what they're doing. They really know what they're doing. And I was actually, during this match while it was actually going on, I actually said to myself, God, I wish I was actually playing with them. I do, and I've mentioned this before, I am overly aggressive when I'm attacking, and it gets me butt munched on a lot of occasions. And maybe I should be a little bit more cautious. But I do what is one of the best tactics in rush mode on the vanilla maps, and that is flanking. Now, as we all know, flanking on armoured kill is an overkill, because if you got a savvy squad or a savvy couple of players that get in behind you, hang on for the team to actually come out, they can get the MCOM very easily. Now, I seen the guy going in there, throw a grenade to see if I could actually get him to get out. I hear him actually running, and that's one of the joys of actually running with a decent set of earphones. So I'm seeing there that the MCOM is actually armed. I decided to come back up in case my one of the squad mates who actually was down wanted to spawn on me, and then I said, well, feck it, they may all be going for the other MCOM. I'm going to run in and get this arm, and hopefully we get one of them. So I run back into one of these cubby holes here, a good position when you've got the MCOM arm to actually defend it. Now, and we end up on this particular one, we get it. Luckily we get it because they've gone in, obviously, they've gone into the A MCOM, the enemy have, the defenders have actually disarmed it, and luckily enough I was in a good position to actually get that guy before he got the disarm. Now you don't mind get taken out once you actually get the arm, and it's always important that when you actually arm an MCOM that you're trying to get into a good defensive position. Now there's something actually coming up here that I've put up a little comment on the video, a little caption comment on it, and you'll notice it straight away, and you'll all know what it is. It was one of those weird things that you just say to yourself, like, I'm not going to say, I'll let you actually see it for yourselves, but it annoyed me at the time. Now you see there, ticket count now, I mean, we're down, I think it's 46 tickets there now, and that's the first guy I actually saw come up beyond the defensive line. The first guy. Now that means that the team, the enemy team, know what they're doing. Now I'm actually going to reload here. Yeah, I try and actually, do I take a shot? No, I try and reload it, and I stop mid because I actually hear this guy coming. One of the joys of running with a good set of earphones is you'll hear one, and sometimes you're lucky you'll hear two guys coming. And that occasion I only heard one, so I got taken out while I was reloading. So I'm spawning actually. You pretty much notice I spawn on that side all the time after I die. There is a spawn beacon there, and thankfully the guy that was playing sniper and recon on my squad had one out all the time. Every time he died, he put one out. Now you see yourself there. Ticket wise, I mean, in a space of what, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, they have us down below half our ticket count. And they're still holding the line. There was only one guy actually ran up. Now I thought I was going to be jammy and actually try and get in here and arm this thing, but little did I know, yeah, I got taken out, and I got taken out quite easily. I mean, none of my squad were actually around me, or none of my team were around me. Now I actually decided to check the scoreboard, not worrying about my KD, actually thinking to myself, like, do we actually have a full team here? Do we have a full 12 against 12? Because these guys were literally giving us a butt munching. Now there's a funny moment coming up here now while I'm in this vehicle, and I'm sure you guys have experienced this as well and have had exactly the same thought as I did. But I was driving up here thinking, this is great. We've got a tank rolling in. I'm in the LAV, and we're going to do some damage. And I actually was going through my head at this stage was, we could get this. We've got 2 vehicles up. I know our ticket count is down quite low, but we could do this. Now I'm running with the high explosive round. Now this is obviously pre-patch, and it fires really, really fast. And the damage on this is unbelievable. So I'm firing this guy. Now I think I miss a few shots there. I get him with all these, and I get him with a couple of these and get the disable. Move back over to the other gun, and he's peeking out, and I get a few more hits, and then all of a sudden I'm gone, and I'm like, there you go. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, I was looking at myself like, what the fuck was that? I must have got hit with a javelin or a couple of javelins while he was actually sending in his guided rocket. But I was annoyed. I was really fucking annoyed, I can tell you, because I felt like, Jesus Christ, I should have taken him out with the amount of shots I got on him. But thankfully, yourself, what goes around comes around. Now it's funny, just watch here. I didn't get hit detection on the first 2, but watch this. And I remember saying this to myself. I remember saying that to myself when I did that. But also saying to myself, like, the hit detection. There was no hit detection on the first 2. Did the first 2 miss? Did I take him out with 1? But thank God I got my revenge on him. Now, our tickets are down. We're nearly there. We're nearly going to arm this. I'm thinking, God, we can still do it. We've got, 8, 9 tickets left. We can do this. We can do this. But what do you see? You do not see the enemy team running up from that defensive line. Even with 8 tickets left, they know that we can get in behind them and we can arm this thing if they're overly aggressive and coming up off that defensive line. And that's what's missing in armored kill. And I miss it. I do miss it. But I wanted to put this up as a good example of how an organised defense can pretty much rule in a game of Rush. So guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll catch you again. Take care guys, good luck.